like I'm giving Madden glue. And if you with the pass.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. Right around the corner and standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, we are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best.
Without a top-flight quarterback, the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. And now we get a peek at the Titan offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Ginn. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brees. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the gun on third down, Brees. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Mack, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
You're good, you're good. Ready.
On 2nd and 15 now, Breeze. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. On 2nd and 7, Luck. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Howard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jordan Howard. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Mack. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Luck. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Love. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup. First down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. This is Howard on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
Let's go, Mexico!
They'll try the air now with Locke. That's caught at the 2. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This offense finds and not much running room. Down to the 32. Demario Davis there on the stop. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Mack. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Ready. 95,
Breeze
56,
now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. To throw is Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Holding offense.
They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, second-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have reached half. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Breeze going to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Short little throw to Ebron. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. And he hits Drake. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12. On first down, Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2014. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Locke completes it to Davis. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Brandon Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's Marlon Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. That's complete to Slayton. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And his crew will take over at their own 45. Yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back now in Nashville. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That one complete to Hill. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. They'll run on first down. Mack. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. From the 22, Breeze. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They complete it to Hill. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ted Ginn. His second touchdown on the season as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It's Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. It's caught by Davis. And some room to work. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. On second down now. It's Howard fighting through. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Luck, and he's got a man, Corey Davis. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, it's Drake. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Howard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Drew Brees in the offense. Down 28-21. Less than 90 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Howard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Howard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Ginn. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle, and the Seahawks able to take home that victory. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need, tell me what you wanna give me.